Hello. I'm live. It's been a couple weeks since I've been live. I usually do live streams like once a month. I've been doing them more often recently because I like to talk about things. I like to vocalize my opinion about stuff that's happening, particularly with theme parks or just my channel. I feel like this is like it's a nice medium to just sort of communicate and talk to the people that watch my channel, which if you do, I appreciate that very much. If you're watching the replay, which I know people do, hello, I appreciate you for doing that. I hope I can be um a voice to listen to and keep you company while you're doing the dishes or driving. Yeah, so this live stream is just to sort of talk about the recent, not like major announcements, just the follow through with announcements that are happening at Disney specifically, in terms of the new attractions and the new lands that they are building at Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios. And I wanted to talk about that. I guess it's relevant because since the last time I've done a live stream, they've officially announced the closing date of, I think it's been since I've done a live stream, right? That they've announced, yeah, because they announced that Tom Sawyer Island was closing when I was in Pensacola. My final day that I was in Pensacola, they announced the closing date of Tom Sawyer Island. And they've also recently, as of a few days ago, they've closed Muppet Vision 3D and Muppets Courtyard. So I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to give some of my opinions, which everyone I know is very excited to hear. They're not really that much different than they usually are. I hope to be less complainy about things because I'd like to move into this period of Disney building these attractions and rides. I'd like to navigate that in a more optimistic light, I think, than pessimistic and accusational and frustrated, and feelings that are valid, I think, in the moment, definitely. But I do want to be on the side of just being happy about new attractions in the grand scheme of it all, right? Just I want to look forward to new and exciting things. I don't want to have this negative opinion to sort of align myself with and then be hypocritical when these new attractions do eventually open up, and I will 100% be happy and excited about experiencing new things and new ways of continuing and expanding the stories that Disney has committed to, with the with particularly Monsters Inc., which I've always loved Monsters Inc. in that world, and not so much Cars, but if they do it well, then that's it. That's my huge, I think, thing with Cars that I think a lot of people resonate with is that it's got to be done really good. It really has to be just good for me to be okay with it. And not that my opinion matters whatsoever in that scheme of things at all, but I just hope they do it really well, which I guess I can. Okay, so the idea was that I was going to just start this like Lego set that I got for my birthday when I went home to Pensacola. I got a few gifts from my family. One of them being a Team Rocket Destined Rivals ETB, which I've still yet to see at all. I haven't seen the set even before that, much less the set before that and the set before that. So that was really cool to get like an actual ETB of the set that I've been looking forward to since they announced it, or since they like teased it, I guess, a while ago. But yeah, I also got this, and I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. I'm just gonna like jump into it because I know that I can talk. These live streams are sort of like a podcast. So this is where I'm nervous because it's 273 pieces. This is a brick block set. This isn't like an official license like a Lego set, but it's close enough. So I'm gonna just like casually work on this as I talk. I hope this isn't too much. I always get so nervous committing to this. Let's see. It doesn't have to be done really good. It has to be done perfectly because it is replacing something that is iconic and very popular, and even if it's not perfect, it will be critiqued every second. So something, like, yes, and I mean, perfect is that like subjective concept of even if something to somebody else is just absolutely just a grand slam, somebody else may have an issue with it. And so that's going to be impossible, right? Like I just want it to be done really, really good. Just kind of like objectively, subjectively, it is subjectively perfection is pretty impossible, but objectively, if it's done well, then I hope that that's like the end goal with that. Um, Walt Disney never got to open Disney World, right? He died 5 years before it opened. He pretty much passed away as soon as it was even announced. So to just like align that it's like Walt's envisioned concept is difficult to like align with. And people say the same thing about like Jim Henson with Muppets, which to me it's sort of it's not a cop out, but it's like um it's an opinion that's difficult to argue with, but it's also it has the merit that it has with like the significance of what Muppets is now. Like it has been this absolute anchor of a land to Hollywood Studios to MGM for 35 years and stuff. But I don't know if that connection. It's the what would Walt want, you know, that I think is just it's a very moot point now. It's hard because Walt ideally probably would have wanted to evolve with the IPs that would attract families, that would be attractive to people to just come to the park. And if something did seem outdated or defunct or inappropriate or offensive, whatever it fell into, whatever category, I think that he would want to move on from that and he'd want to adapt it to something different, you know, and a more like current and modern property probably. It's hard because just nostalgia is very blinding. It's very difficult to move past that. You know, Tom Sawyer Island is a very, very, very difficult one for me to comprehend. I'm going to be beside myself, I think, when it like actually closes, when that weight that I've been mentally, I think, putting off, when that I don't know, acceptance finally hits, that I will never be able to go back to Tom Sawyer Island ever again. That's going to hurt so bad. And other people don't care. You know, that's okay. People didn't really care about the Muppets. Some people don't care about Tom Sawyer Island. I care about Tom Sawyer Island. The Muppets, I'm not going to pretend that I can be like that I'm a bandwagoner of like the Muppets are the most important thing ever to me and I grew up watching the Muppets. I did not. But I really liked Muppet Vision 3D and I think that that's okay. It was a very quirky, whimsical land to go to and feel comfortable in. And the Muppets are just, they're very iconic, you know, and because I didn't watch the Muppet Show, and I don't know, I still, so, wow, 100 tangents at once. I did go to Muppets on the last day, right, and then I went the day after that, and I was even able to go again. There was like a cast member event where they had the land just specifically for cast members, and I was able to go and have like one actual walk around the land and take some pictures and stuff, and they had some food and a cast member gift and ice cream and stuff, and got to watch Muppets again. So that was very special. So I've been to Muppets a lot recently. As of right now, just what I'm uploading and stuff, I am trying to get videos uploaded on this channel. It seems like I'm not. Every time I go to my channel and I look at the videos that I've uploaded recently, it's I know that it's like quality over quantity sometimes, but I really try to have like 3 videos a week. It's such a thing that I've just ingrained in myself with thousands of videos over the years that I've uploaded across multiple channels. If I'm not editing a video, I am recording a video or trying to think about what video that I'm doing next, and especially with vlogs that are just walking around theme parks and stuff, which are relatively comparatively easy. I don't know. I try to do like every few days have a video uploaded, and it's been difficult recently just because of work and all those excuses that you don't want to hear. But I went to Pensacola, and that was sort of a almost like a week-long trip to celebrate my dad for his 80th birthday, and so I edited that into like one video, which was an hour long, cut down from like 4 hours worth of video that I took over that trip. And then my brother Dennis and my mom are in Hawaii right now, and I have been needing to edit my brother Dennis's trips to New Zealand and Australia for a couple years now. It's something that I promised him that I would do and get around to at some point. I had all of this video that he took over that trip, which was almost like a month-long trip that he ended up taking. And I thought I lost the GoPro footage that he took, but I finally found it on my computer. And yeah, so I've been trying to edit that pretty much before he gets back from that trip. I don't want to have all these different trips. I don't know if he's going to vlog his trip to Hawaii or not with my mom. I know they're both taking like a bunch of pictures and videos, but this is something that I promised him that I would do, and it's very irrelevant and random on my channel, I know, but this doesn't like out of place because I have done this before where my family went on a trip to New England and I encouraged them to film that and stuff. So I try to, I can't capture every single moment from my family, right? It's pretty impossible to presume that I could have everybody record every cool thing that they do and try to like put it on my channel. It's really important to me to like capture those big moments and stuff. And if they do it, then that's really cool for me because I think that this channel has become, I say it a lot, but it is like a journal of my life, and anything that's like relevant to me I try to put here, and that extends to my family and stuff too. And I don't know, I want to be that place. I know that it's really relevant with the theme park stuff and people that don't know my brothers or my family at all. But yeah, it's something to watch if you want to watch it. I can definitely like say that. So I hope it's not too disruptive to the theme park stuff, but I think it's cool. It's my family, and I'm happy to like have a place for that here. And I'm not monetizing that stuff because it's really, that's just what it is. It's just an excuse for me to be able to upload that and share that, to be able to watch that back. I'm gonna super chat. Thank you. Okay, so I don't care. I don't think that. I don't even think that Disney cares what Walt might have wanted. It's all about the stockholders now. I think back then people didn't buy into Disney World or Disneyland. They bought into Walt. Yeah, probably. And then I get 2 Lunchables and go to Tom Sawyer Island and enjoy them for the last time. So I do have a plan with a little send-off of Tom Sawyer Island that I'm not going to like jinx by talking about it too much, but it's something that I'm like really, really looking forward to doing, like a really big last hurrah. So stay tuned to that. That has to happen. I'm absolutely like committing to making sure that I give Tom Sawyer Island that last like moment that hopefully I can give it. It's going to be very popular probably over the next like few weeks and stuff as everybody tries to probably go for the first time, and stuff, or the last time. I hope that it's I don't know. That people that it actually means something to, I really hope that they get what they need out of it, and the people that never cared about it or even talked down about it, or or like insult the idea of a place like Tom Sawyer Island. I don't know. I don't need them there. Like, they never went. They never cared about it. I don't need them to go back. I don't want that to be hypocritical because I don't want them to say that about me about Muppets, because I do like the Muppets. I didn't watch the show, and it's characters that were slightly before my time, a little bit. But I did like the land, so I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, don't yuck my yum, but I'm trying not to do that for other people too. I thought the video that you put together for Dennis was awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I did the New Zealand one, and then I'm working on the Australia one. It was going to be one video, but that would have been like 2 hours long, and I've never uploaded a video that long. I think this is my first ever video that I've uploaded that has exceeded an hour on this channel. I've always tried to condense it down under an hour, but this is the one, and I didn't want to condense it because it's Dennis's video, and I thought that every frame, every second that he videoed mattered. I should have been doing this the entire time that I've been talking, but I haven't. So yeah, that's good. That's how I do things. Well, I think, okay, so why I did that, thank you again for the super chat. I appreciate that. So it won't be Lunchables, but it'll be something similar amongst other things that I'm hoping on doing. So, so I guess before I do this, so I can like really talk about it, I wanted to show these pictures. Right? That's the hope. I'll get distracted. I'll go off on a tangent. That's what I do. So I guess first of all, well, so this is what they released for Monsters Inc. Land to be replacing Muppets Courtyard, this concept art. So this was the original concept art that they released, and they recently changed some stuff about it. They did put up some construction walls. They originally had some like Disney planter barriers, but I think after the cast member event that they had, which was yesterday, they finally put up the walls, and then they put some concept art up on the wall, and there's like some subtle changes about it. So this was the original concept art, and this was the updated concept art. So some immediate changes that a lot of people are pointing out is that there is a fountain where before there was not a fountain. There was like an eyeball sculpture or something like that. And there's some like subtle changes with like the theater and just the buildings in the land itself too. It's actually very subtle, and which is nice. And if anything, if you look back at the factory, which is going to be the door coaster, it looks like they like pushed it back a little bit. It's sort of hard to tell in this concept art, just like the perspective of it. But it looks like they gave a little bit more room to that coaster, which is going in the middle of the Hollywood Studios cast member parking lot. So that's going to be fun for cast members, I'm sure. But they have that area to do that, to put that coaster, I guess. So they're going to use that space to do it. And then there's also like some subtle things that they changed. I don't know if that's like an extended queue that they added, or just a little like recreational area, or just an area to get some shade with some outdoor tables and stuff. But yeah, just like subtle differences, just like with the building itself, well, with the land and the buildings themselves. Like you can see that like the Muppet Vision 3D building is obviously still there. They're going to make some changes to the marquee and the clock and stuff, but it's cool that they're keeping the fountain. People love fountains, and I think Disney has finally gotten that message that people love kinetic water. And that leads me to the next topic, which is this, which I couldn't really fit in the entire frame of the video, so I apologize for that. But this is Piston Peak. This is what is replacing Tom Sawyer Island, and they released this concept art where before it was very like blue sky. It was very difficult to see. Let's see, do I still have that picture? Maybe not. Wait, this might be it. Yes, cool. So this is what they released before, which I don't know if it's like a court. The person that like types in court or something, like there's like an art to this to not give away too much, but to also get the specifics of the concept that probably is very much so at this point in time. Maybe not budgeted, but they know what they're going to do with this land, but it's so obscure with concept art that they release and stuff, where it's like you can kind of tell what's going on, but also maybe not so much. It's very difficult to see attractions and water effects and just how they construct this land and stuff. And you can kind of put it around the area where you can see what is currently the riverboat boat launch, and then you can see Thunder Mountain, you can see Tiana's Bayou Adventure and stuff, but then it's also difficult to see the specifics of the land. And then they came up with this very cartoony land here, which was it was a very intentional and I think pretty smart to make it this kind of fun, quirky cartoon concept art. Because when you have concept art like this, if it doesn't completely align with what you see, then it's very easy to kind of like backtrack and kind of say that, well, it's a cartoon, so it's you can't really, I don't know. I think it was a really intentional move to make it a cartoon, so that there's less of a commitment if the concept of it doesn't like fully align, the reality of it doesn't fully line up with the cartoon. I don't know. So what I think a huge takeaway of this was, which again, I'm sorry I couldn't fit it completely in the screen, is that they did seemingly keep a little bit of the Rivers of America. And I don't know if that's a budget or a cost thing, or just they kind of leaned into the massive backlash that they got for just taking away the Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer Island. Probably for most people, just taking away, even if they didn't go to Tom Sawyer Island, they took away the Rivers of America. They took away the riverboat and that aesthetic. And I think that's where they had the most problem, I think, with this. But you can see that there's a little bit of the Rivers of America that just kind of goes from, again, the Liberty Bell all the way around to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. And then there's some water in there. And you can see what looks to be somewhat of a, I don't know, like a ride track or something like that. And it looks promising. It looks like there's a lot that's going on here. And just that walkway, too, from Tiana's and Thunder Mountain all the way back around to Haunted Mansion, that's going to be really weird. But that'll be kind of nice. I'm looking forward to that. And then the walk to get into Villains Land 2, which will theoretically be behind Haunted Mansion and next to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. I'm okay with this concept art. It looks fun. It looks like a hybrid of Cars Land and then Grizzly Peak in California Adventure, which are two of the most incredible things. Like the lands over there are just great. It's a national park theme, and then like I don't know, just an artificial whatever they did with Cars Land that just is a masterpiece. And I think how they pulled that off. So this being the hybrid of those two lands, which is like making a cartoon world real and then sort of marrying that with like a national park aesthetic. I think that that's going to be really, really cool. And I'm okay with this concept art. It's going to change. It's not going to look like this. All of those geysers and waterfalls and creeks and little trails and the trees and the snow-capped mountains and stuff. We'll see, you know. But I don't know. Concept art is difficult, right? Because it is the best version of what they could promise you on a budget that probably hasn't been fully either approved or allocated or has been cut for numerous reasons. But I'm okay with this. So now I can maybe start to put together some of these Legos, which are not Legos, and actually talk about it. So this is where a lot of people I think do like live streams and stuff when they like, I don't know, if they don't have like content upload or they just kind of want to talk to their subscriber base and stuff, but they also, people can get very dependent on people to tell them what to talk about. And I'm sort of the opposite, where I will just talk about everything a lot consistently. Yeah, but as I do this, I'm not going to commit to like finishing this, but I'm at least going to like take it all out of the bag and look at it and assess if this is something that I can do. I even have this like camera over here that's just been sitting there the whole time, and I can actually like pop over to this. Let's see if I put this up like right here. That's perfect. So cool, you can kind of see what's going on here. At least for the time being. So these are Charizard's wings. See, I don't have like enough of like a understanding of Lego or blocks or bricks or whatever they are to know like how long does it take? Like a certain hundreds of pieces, like is a 200 to 300 piece? Is that like a good commitment of like half an hour, 45 minutes? See, ultimately, okay, so I at least I open up the right bag. Yeah, so there's a number 1 bag and a number 2 bag, and I open up the number 1 bag. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with that. Hopefully. This might be a little boring, at least for the time being. So I don't know. I'm gonna try to just continue to talk about my thoughts about stuff as I try to do this, because I get distracted very easily, and I also get very uncomfortable when I stop talking. Some people find this kind of stuff like pleasant, right? That it's just something that they can like watch and follow along with. Not so much me, because I just hate silence. Do I have to open up this bag too? No. Okay. I think I'm okay. No, I'm not. I think I do need to open this up. No, this is like the little pieces and stuff. Isn't it? Yeah, it is. Darn. I was hoping I could like keep it to like this and then work into these. I guess I'll like talk about, I guess maybe like the more immediate thing, which is that, well, I guess it's past now, but Monsters Inc. closing, right? Not Monsters Inc. closing. I see, I get sort of distracted. I can't even talk about what I'm trying to talk about, which is that Muppet Vision closed. And I did like Muppet Vision, so my relationship with Hollywood Studios is odd, because I never went there as a kid. I never went when it was MGM Studios, to my knowledge. I think that my mom would like have a differing opinion of that. I don't recall ever having gone to MGM Studios growing up, and I don't recall any like pictures or videos of our family there, just because I was the park that had Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster and stuff, and it might have not been the appeal to like my family when we were growing up, coming to what is happening here? Coming to Disney World, for the first several times in our lives when we were kids and stuff. So I really only ever went just as an adult when I was in college and stuff, when I would go with my roommates and stuff in in college, and that's probably the most pivotal time in my life is me coming to Disney World with my college roommates. So I will never forget that, and I appreciate it greatly because that's why I'm here. You know, that's why I have the life that I do, and I've been working in Disney for 10 years, and I'm with Brennan, and I have my life here in Orlando and everything. But um, just going to um, Hollywood Studios for like the first time and just being able to explore that theme park for the first time was actually really cool and special, and it's something that I'm never going to forget. And that's why I have nostalgia for things like the Backlot Express, which was that was, and I mentioned this a lot probably, so I know it's repetitive, but like that was like a memory that I just will never forget, which is just me being like very like self-aware and present with that like realization of like I have a Disney World annual pass and I can go here whenever I want. I can explore these theme parks whenever I want to, and I don't know, it was just this huge optimistic like door that opened up. I have to open up all of these. And with that, Muppet Vision 3D was just this like I don't know, it was this like this cool little movie and stuff, and I don't recall like the first time ever doing it, but because especially that was back there with like the backlot and like the memories that I have of the backlot. I don't know, like I'm never gonna forget any of that and stuff. And I remember the connectivity of the backlot into to Muppets Courtyard, and then that being um, Pizza Planet and stuff. Like, so I guess it's easier because it's just like I've seen it changing so often that it's easier to let go of, and that I feel like I've made my peace with just like it's not as integral to me as Tom Sawyer Island is, where I remember going to Tom Sawyer Island as a kid and loving it because I hated theme park rides. I always had a huge fear of really theme parks. Why is this weird? Do I have to flip it around? Yeah, but I had a fear of theme parks because I was afraid. I was convinced that I was going to get motion sick on every single ride, and then I would be a burden to my family, to my friends, whoever I was there with. So the easier alternative to getting sick was just to avoid doing the rides that I presumed or anticipated could give me motion sickness. So I was afraid of rides and didn't like to ride them, and that's why rides like or things like Tom Sawyer Island were very like comforting to me because I knew like what I was committing to, I guess. Why is this weird? This shouldn't be weird. All right, well, we'll see what happens with it, I guess. Yeah, this should be. Oh wait, this is no. This is supposed to line up with this. Oh, am I missing a? I'm missing a piece. Ha! Cool. Or I thought I was. No, I'm good. Right? This is exciting. I know. But then what's supposed to go here? Well, whatever. See, this is the part that I don't like, where I'm just kind of quiet and awkward. But what are you going to do about it, I guess? All right, I'm just going to put this here and just live with myself, and then I'll find out later that it's wrong, because like it shouldn't look like that. So, if you're still here, hello. If you're listening to this on the replay, I can't imagine how awfully boring this is. Yeah, but I loved Tom Sawyer Island because it was a safe place for me to go to just to explore and walk around and not commit to riding any rides that I knew would, or convinced myself would get me motion sick, and then I would ruin my vacation and then the vacation of everybody else that was with me. So that's why I liked Tom Sawyer Island. And even coming here in college and stuff, like I got over it really quickly. I think the first major roller coaster that I rode was, without a doubt, supposed to go here? Huh. I think it is. Okay. So the first major roller coaster that I rode was Dueling Dragons at Islands of Adventure when I was in college, like 15 years ago is when I rode that coaster, and then that just like unlocked a world to me of just what I've missed out on, and suddenly I just had the confidence that I could ride roller coasters because when it comes to motion sick with me, it's a very particular type of motion that will mess me up. It still kind of does if it's something that I'm like haven't been anticipating or whatever, something that surprises me. Um, Hold on. I can do this. I can figure this out. I'm scared. I hate that I can't like multitask. And why is this so difficult to follow? See, now this looks right. Right? And then this goes here. So that looks correct. And then I turn the page. Oh, does this snap to the... Okay. I'm going to find another one of these pieces. Hold on. I have to like get myself back on track, and then everything will be okay. And then I continue with my mundane nonsense that I was talking about. And I'm out of focus, so that's good. Oh, here we go. We're back. Can I not find this piece that is supposed to exist that I don't? There it is. It's going to go here. And then... So allegedly, this goes here like this. I guess it's weird because I'm like building off of the back of it, and I don't like that. I like to put bricks on bricks that make sense, and stuff like this scares me. But that's okay. You got to do stuff that scares you in life because that's just what it's all about, scaring yourself. I don't know. I'm tired. I've been working a lot and editing a lot and having a lot of opinions about theme park stuff that doesn't matter. Okay, let's find this last crazy piece here, which looks like this one. And allegedly, there's another piece that I'm going to find that is this one that goes right here. And if it doesn't, And now this piece is going to go right here. Why is this so weird? I don't like it. But we're moving on with it. So, I don't know where I was. I don't think it was anywhere important. But I have the nostalgia for lands that I experienced when I was younger, and that continues to this day, which is something that is synonymous with why most people are upset probably about these areas closing, is that they experienced them when they were kids. And it's something that they would have wanted to bring their kids to, or their grandkids or something. And it's to not be able to do that is sad. I don't doubt that Disney, again, is going to... Why is this so weird? I don't doubt that Disney's going to do a good job with this. I hope. I think Epic Universe, I think, set a precedent. They responded to Disney's initial quality of theme park experience, and then Universal has done a really good job at it, and then now here we are with Disney responding back to Universal. Nobody responds to anybody, I know, but it's we all benefit from this community and these theme parks pushing each other and stuff, so I'm happy about that. Are these the same size? I think so. Why would it give me this like specific of like right here? I don't know. That's so weird to me. Yeah, they're the same thing. I don't know. Have I completely lost my train of thought? You're awesome, Roy. Thank you. I don't know what I'm saying or talking about right now, but I'm still trying to like power through it. I guess I probably like ran out of stuff to talk about just by like trying to like lead into this because I wanted to like have that like um relevance of visuals. I think to just sort of like start the conversation. And maybe I've also like talked too much about this at this point, or maybe it is kind of repetitive. But I want to have that like that take on just this. You know, I want to be able to vocalize my like frustrations and stuff, but then I also again want to kind of cover my opinion on the other side of it, where I'm like I'm excited about new things. I I think one of the coolest things is that Disney is building this door coaster that has been like rumored about a long time. People have been talking about it and wanting it, and the delay of 20 something years since Monsters Inc. came out, like at the beginning of the 2000s to now, a little bit late, but it's something that people did want. It's something that was a very like a vocal opinion of people that they were really excited about having this kind of a land or this coaster and this land and stuff. That it's sort of going to be like a retheme of like uh, Monsters Inc. does kind of stink, or of Muppets does stink. That it couldn't have been like its own kind of original land concept is unfortunate. Um, but it's going to be a fun coaster. I think it looks kind of short. It's like Tron, where it's fun. It could be longer, but it's themed and it's fast and it does I think what people are expecting for it. I think Monsters Inc. is going to be very similar to that. Um, let's see. I'm also like kind of in that stage of like denial. Like now knowing now Muppets having closed, and at least I got that closure of being able to go several times, which I very much so appreciate that ability to do that and opportunity. I was able to get all the pictures that I wanted, and went to Pizza Rizzo, and Brennan and I went to Mama Melrose several months ago. So like I got a good send off of that land. Um, and why did I put these together? I should not have done that. And I really hope the same of um, Tom Sawyer Island. Like I really need a good like last experience on that that island and stuff. I think, and not that I've never not had a good experience on Tom Sawyer Island. Just to have like I don't. I want to go several times. I want to have like my main going away, like doing everything that I wanted to do one final time, because it's special to me. But then to go back, I don't know if I can. It's it's difficult because being a cast member, I'm kind of like at the mercy of the blockout dates that I have with Disney working there, which can be they can add blockout dates, they can remove blockout dates depending on like park projection numbers and crowd levels and stuff. So I hope that I can go, and then Disney Starlight is going to be starting here very soon. So I we'll see if I can go for that too. I did open the ETB that I got for my birthday, and it did not really have anything good in it, which was a bummer. But I was just really excited to open that set and stuff. And from what I've seen, the hit rates have been very good with that Team Rocket set. But I didn't have the best of luck either. I did have some luck. A little bit of a spoiler. So I have again I have been filming videos in addition to going home to Pensacola, and then editing my brother's videos and his trips that he took years ago that I'm just finally putting together now. But God, all the pieces, it's like having me build it in such a weird like way. I just want to build it up, not from like side to side. I think that's what keeps getting me so thrown off with this. But I opened the new Lorcana set, which is pretty cool, and I don't want to say too much about that, but it was fun. I definitely like the new set a lot. I like the pack artwork significantly, and I was actually able to find it, which I like. I wish I wasn't so thrown off by all these little pieces and how they're making me build this thing. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and say probably that I'm not going to be able to finish this all in this video, but I just kind of wanted to distract myself and just kind of talk about whatever my stream of consciousness was about these lands that are closing. And I don't know if I'll have another live stream before or after Tom Sawyer closes, because I do want to like marinate in my feelings about that. And I don't know, like it's gonna be hard, and I don't feel like super comfortable like monetizing that to an extent. You know, like I put ads just kind of on videos just because it's just the mentality of uploading a video and how I consistently kind of address that kind of idea of content creation YouTube with me is that I like to think that I'm monetizing the editing effort of just putting things together and spending the hours of time that it does take to kind of organize and upload edited videos and stuff like yeah, so it's I don't know, but just to it's what I guess I'm trying to get at is that I'm not gonna like sensationalize it in that sense of like how I'm sure people will be doing about taking advantage of the fact of Tom Sawyer Island closing and monetizing that idea of it. That it's not content really to me. It's something that's sad. It's something that I'm like really sad about, but I'm not gonna be like making that like stereotypical kind of clickbait YouTuber thumbnail or title, that people that I know that have never given a crap about Tom Sawyer Island before are probably going to do. Which that's already hard, and that's something that I try to bite my tongue on a little bit, like where a lot of people's opinion about Tom Sawyer Island and even over the years has just been I've never gone to Tom Sawyer Island, or I haven't been to Tom Sawyer Island in 10 years and stuff. And I know that I'm a broken record with this kind of take on it, and maybe people have this opinion, but I don't know. It's to me, I don't think you can really be I don't want to say you can't be like a theme park enthusiast if you don't go to Tom Sawyer Island, but it's like it's a weird take to have. It's a weird like statement to make of pride that you haven't gone to Tom Sawyer Island or you haven't gone in 10 years and stuff, especially people that like are travel agents or whatever. Like I don't get that. I would think that it would be something that you'd be pretty embarrassed about if it's like to be a travel agent. Like I would think that you would need to have like a really solid take and opinion and knowledge about everything theme parks, and you'd be able to just have the like, because you need to be able to have these recommendations and stuff that you talk to people about. And I don't know, like if you don't give a crap about Tom Sawyer Island, then like, I don't know, why should I take your vacation advice? I guess. I don't know. And I say that, but then I'm like, I've never done, Orange Mission Space and stuff. So it's like, am I different than that? Like, not so much, I guess. But I'm not a travel agent. I'm just a guy that goes to theme parks and has a lot of anxiety about building a Charizard brick set, apparently, because it's just so weird. But I'm also appreciative of it, so if you're watching this, Dennis. All it takes is that one piece. There we go. To throw me off. I hope that like once I eliminate the amount of like pieces here that are in front of me, it's gonna be a little bit easier. Why doesn't your brother make his own YouTube? Not hating, I just think his style works well with YouTube. He's not a YouTuber. I think he doesn't want to edit that kind of stuff. He's very, and what I appreciate this. Actually, this is a tangent that I actually wanted to touch on, is that I respect both of my brothers very much in very different ways in how they are just professionally and just and they're, I don't know, like they're really great guys. I love my family a lot. But Dennis specifically when it comes to his life and stuff and just the opportunities that he has taken advantage of and everything is just like, I envy him in a lot of ways, like the trips that he's been able to go on and everything, and just since college and everything, Just how professionally he's like led his life to be able to have these opportunities to travel and everything, and the work that he does that is remote and stuff. I don't want to go too much into like what my brothers do for a living, but just Dennis specifically, he's been able to travel a lot, and sometimes I've been able to go with him on it, but a lot of times I haven't just because my job I can't really take off like a month uh, to just like go on those kinds of vacations. Come on, peace. There it is. So vicariously, it's been really really cool to just see what Dennis does and the places that he's gotten to go, the places that he's like never vlogged or taken video of. He went to Japan, he went to South Korea, like he did a trip to there years ago and never filmed anything with that. And I was trying to get him to vlog, and with that like caveat of like I'll edit it for you. Like I want to be able to like I don't know. I think just like YouTube is this like beautiful place to take advantage of, to be able to upload stuff to. And like yes, you can monetize content if you have that kind of a following, but it's not always about that. It's sort of like a perk that you can get after if you have that audience and stuff, you know. But monetization aside, like I do think that's like a really cool. Okay, we're good. Um, it's a cool platform to upload videos to, and I try to encourage Dennis to take advantage of that too, and he has, and that's why I'm editing these videos that he went to New Zealand and Australia, and if he does end up taking any video in like Hawaii and stuff, just with like our mom, and I don't know, I think it's really important to just document those kinds of experiences with the family that you have and stuff. So, a lot of these trips I wish that I'd been able to go with Dennis on. My Travis and Dennis went to Europe together before, and that was right when I was like, it wasn't right when I was starting at Disney, but I had moved departments, and this was, almost 10 years ago. So it's not time that I could have taken off immediately because I didn't have the time off to take and everything. And I still sort of resent that not taking advantage of that opportunity. But it's hard sometimes, I want to be better about travel and saying yes to things. That's why I went to Guatemala with Dennis this couple years ago. That was something that he wanted to do, and I would normally say no to that kind of a thing, but I wanted to say yes, so I finally did, and I don't regret it because that was one of the coolest trips I've ever had, and that had me like definitely missing out on a lot of things or wishing that I had said no to, but couldn't because of work. Why is work always the thing that impedes your ability to do cool things? Let's see. Still looks okay. Slowly coming together. This is going to be Charizard's torso. So yeah, that was a quick little tangent about how I love my brothers, and I love how, I don't know, Dennis is. If you haven't like seen these videos of, well, I just uploaded one of them, and I'm going to upload the next one of New Zealand and Australia, just like the cool things that Dennis did, where he went on these cool hikes. He saw these amazing waterfalls and rivers, and he took a helicopter over like a glacier mountain, and he really lives life in such a cool way, and he has that opportunity to do that again with his job and stuff. So it's vicariously really cool and rewarding for me to be able to edit those videos for him, so that I can share them with like our parents, so they can actually, because Dennis would take video and pictures and stuff, but to be able to see it condensed like that in a long format video to actually just sit down and commit to, I think that's really cool, and it's able to put it in like a perspective that my parents can actually watch. So this goes here, right? Yes. I don't know how long I'm going to be live for. I said every time, and then I always end up going like an hour or 2 hours. I think everyone in your vlogs through time has done well, and I think you do a really good job at respecting others when they don't want to be on camera, when other YouTubers don't respect that. And I appreciate that. And that's like that's just like a conversation to like, I think, have off camera without having like presumptions about it and stuff. Mostly just my brother Travis and his wife Christina and stuff, just like as of right now, not wanting to have their kids on camera on YouTube and everything, and maybe it's been completely impossible in terms of just trying to showcase what we're doing or where we are, but the idea of just not putting the camera like up in their kid's face and and recording them for thousands or hundreds of strangers on the internet to have their opinion about, like I can at least do that, you know. And obviously whenever I, maybe not obviously, but whenever I do like record videos with my family or extended family or whatever, like I do want to make sure that I'm not prioritizing the video over the experience and stuff. So maybe sometimes videos skip around a little bit, or just how I try to condense things, or just show a quick little moment of like a larger experience and stuff. That's me trying to, for my own sake, actually enjoy the moment with my family that I'm there. And maybe I could record more of it, but I don't. And that's okay. These are such weird pieces now. No, not this one. But everybody does like YouTube in a different way, and obviously like just getting everybody's permission's pretty impossible if you film at a theme park, right? But if somebody has like an active issue with it, and you know, hopefully they're polite about it, you know, but everybody is entitled to their own privacy, you know. This looks like the right piece, and this does too. Let's see. Now I need to find one more. This looks right. It wasn't right. This looks right. And it was. Is this exciting? I hope that I don't know, I feel like I had like such a so much steam with my opinions about, I mean, I guess they were like reiterated opinions about Tom's Island and Muppets and stuff. But I hope this didn't like dilute that enthusiasm. But I've been wanting to do this, and just building Lego and stuff, or bricks and blocks. It's fun. And the less that I have here in front of me, the better I will feel about this. I don't know about the rewatchability with this one, so if you are doing the rewatch, then thank you. At the end of the day, right, it's all about just like, I just want to have something to watch for somebody. I don't know. I feel not responsible, but like I feel proud of being able to do that. If anybody takes that away from this channel, if there's any entertainment value at all with just listening to me talk and have my opinions about stuff, then that is like the most sincere and coolest form of flattery that I could be humbled by. So thank you. Which is just can lead into me just being thankful for anybody that watches anything on this channel. It's really cool. You know, this is a very cool thing that I have here, which is the ability to be able to just have these conversations and upload these videos just about what I think and feel right now at this moment in my life, and the videos that are edited that I'm, you know, who I'm with, you know, Brennan and my family and stuff, that I'm able to like upload these videos and share them and stuff. Because it's so cool. It's so, I say this too much. It's so cool to be able to look back on videos in the future. I don't know, even videos that I would have thought would have been like a little like cringy or bad or something, uploading them, whenever I do look back on those videos, it's like, it really does capture that memory. I don't know, like the times that I've gone to like Pensacola and had even more like casual trips doing that and stuff. Like those videos exist on this channel from almost a decade ago, and I can go back and I can watch them, and it's just so, it's nice. It's cool. Okay. But I'm a broken record. I know. Like, I get it. You're uploading these videos because it's a journal of your life. But I'm not going to not be appreciative of the people that have watched during that time. Definitely. Okay. So now I'm just determined to finish this. I've almost been going an hour, and I have have not had dinner yet. It's getting dark. I thought it was going to thunderstorm. I think the last time that I did a live stream, I thought it was going to thunderstorm, and then I never did while I was actually doing the live stream, and then I stopped, and then it completely downpoured. That's been sort of a consistent thing in Orlando recently, is that it's been just completely downpouring recently, and I've been trying to oh, okay, cool. I did do that. Yeah, I've been trying to get stuff done around the house. Like, when it comes to like doing the home vlog type stuff, like I don't want to do anything that's too like mundane, but it's also fun to capture just life in the moment now, you know? But I don't need to have a video every week of just what I have like for breakfast and mowing the lawn and doing the laundry and that kind of thing. Like I could, there's nothing wrong with people that do that. But I also don't want like other videos to kind of get lost in the mix with that, you know, because I do want every video that I do upload to have more of like that purpose and I think more worth of like a view, you know, than the idea of just trying to put up a video every day or something like that, for like the sake of the algorithm and those kinds of things that I deplore, because it's I don't know, it's not what it's about to me, you know. Like, I think oh, no. And nothing against people that do, like, daily vlogging and everything, but I think that it's, it can't happen. The quality does kind of suffer from that, and I can't say that my videos are quality, comparatively, because if anything, I have, like, that, very much so have that, imposter syndrome of, like, everything that I do upload that, like, isn't perfect or could be better or something like that, where the time that I took to upload one video, somebody else could upload 3 videos, and I could think that I'm putting more time and effort into it, but then in the reality, the quality is consistent across my one video versus their, you know, their 3 and stuff. Especially that, I don't know, like it's very easy to film content now, on like the DJI, and to be able to upload it. Some people can edit on their phones, or they have AI editing softwares and stuff where it's just all about putting that video up immediately as quick as possible. And I'm not going to do that. I can't. This is where I guess I get old school with things, where like I'm going to edit on a computer with editing software that I have purchased, and I'm going to try to edit every single frame and audio transition and stuff to try to make sure. Oh, my lights just came on. To try to make sure that it's like the quality that I want to upload and that I would want to watch back myself and stuff. Because if videos get too sloppy or repetitive, like this live stream is kind of repetitive, that's less fun to rewatch. And again, I'm not trying to like talk down other content creators and stuff, because for maybe what I would think that I would do maybe better or something, I think that's what maybe other people do enjoy about particular like lifestyle vloggers and stuff. But there could be oversharing too. There's a lot of like contempt about like family vlogging and stuff, and that's kind of like a gray area. I think that I don't envy that at this point in my life, about like what is appropriate to like to film and document and stuff for the sake of content and monetization and everything. And I don't know, teach their own with that, and if you do it well and respectfully, then that's cool. Here I am talking about family vloggers and my opinions about it, when this was supposed to be about Muppets and Thomas Rhode Island. See, this is what happens when I build Lego. I don't even know what to talk about. I just talk, and then I get myself into trouble by not making any sense at all. So if you're still watching this, I appreciate it. At this point, it's pretty much me just like trying to at least finish this part of this. I don't know how many more. I don't know if I should like commit to this seems like less stuff in here. I don't know if I should like power through and just try to finish this Charizard and actually finally commit and follow through with doing a Lego build during a live stream. But then I'm gonna have things to say and talk about. I don't have to talk about every opinion that I have about every subject. And I also don't need to talk the entire time, which is sort of like a pickle that I put myself in. I've tried to do like one take vlogs at like theme parks and stuff throughout the years, and it's always hard because I just need to talk the entire time because I despise silence. At least in like a form of like this, where like everything that I do is like content, and I feel like I need to sort of respect that awareness of not wasting your time, as I might have up to now. I do want to like go back to the just talking about like at-home vlogging and stuff, because I do like doing that again for the sake of like trying to record just it's just like, what does the house look like right now, and how does that compare to how it will look in the future, or if we ever move from here, just to see when we first moved in and how we decorated the house and how things got changed around and stuff. Like that's really what is very rewarding about doing like the occasional like vlog from home, and like why I don't do them that often. Oh, this looks weird. Why does this look so weird? Is because I want to make sure that I have like something worth like uploading, and I want to keep it like a little bit different for each video, and the stuff that I like talk about and show off and like, I don't know, there's like a very, very specific type of like what I consider to be worth a vlog that I film at home. I don't know, that it needs to be just like the right amount of like showing something that's new or showing something that's like similar that we still like to do, and Beerio Kart, grilling burgers, and looking for the new Pokemon Lorcana set, or whatever. Like, I don't know. That's kind of what I aim for, I think. And I already did record a vlog from home. It was like a hybrid video where I vlogged from home, and then I went to SeaWorld, or I went to Disney Springs and I went to SeaWorld, just like something like that, where I can kind of like mix it up, that it's not just all filmed from home and stuff, where I do go and do things. I think that's what it is too, is like I do want to leave the house. I don't want it to be an exclusive video filmed at the house. Because then I feel like that could get really, just at least for me, kind of mundane. Let's see here. Look at that. It's Charizard's belly. That only took 1,000 years. Yeah, so I don't want to get too repetitive with the stuff that I film around the house, which it would get that real quick. Or I also want to I like to clean the house before I ever do like a home vlog kind of thing. Just because, again, it's like, and I've said this before, where to me it's like I'm inviting people into my house, so I want to make sure that it looks nice, versus like, oh, here's the house and it's a mess and there's stuff all over the floor and the kitchen's a wreck and that kind of thing. Like I don't like that. I don't want to. That's not something that I want to like look back on and be proud of. Why can't I find these little weird pieces? Do they exist? I hope so. Hold on, what is this? I'm sorry, I'm having a moment. Because I can't find these little pieces. Oh, there's one. There it is. They're so hard to find when they're like upside down and sideways. Okay. This piece goes here. Correct? Yes? Nope. Nope. I'm getting so close. You can see like the just... What? Okay, that's not the piece they're looking for. Is it this one? And you can see the dwindling number of pieces in front of me. That should get easier the more I progress. And then I have a page like this where there's 1,000 pieces. Okay. Oh, it's having me build his butt. I have to build the butt. Oh. Okay. All right, I've been training for this. Okay. Sorry for the disruption in the overwhelmingly overstimulating conversational content at the moment. Let's see. I'm trying to like gather all the pieces that I need, but I already lost track of them all. Some of these are weird pieces. Okay. I feel like it's finally happened that I ran out of things to say for now. Oh wait, these are different? The rewatch ability of this is going to be great. Which is, you know, it's fine. The goal is to always have something that's like easy to listen to, like in the car or something, and I don't know if I've given you that. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. And this too, perhaps. I think so. Okay. And now I build. And of course it has to be weird. Okay. I'm sure this is super exciting to watch. Look at that. I hope I did that right. Now this part over here. Like so. And then... Oh, I'm supposed to get another one of those pieces? That makes sense. I tried to stage everything over here that I need for this particular page here, this build. So far so good, I think. And this goes here. And this goes here. Okay, I'm moving now. Right? No? What's happening? Okay. This goes here, then... Huh. But where does this go? Hold on, I can figure this out. We can do it together. You have no idea what's going on because I'm blocking the camera with my hand. I should have put it like facing me. That would have been weird though. It's like I'm missing a piece. Maybe I'm not. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put this here. This is me being pretty presumptuous about this. But it looks right. So I'm going to go with that. And then... Okay, this is going to go here. Yes. Am I doing it right? I think I did. Did I do it right? This part goes down. And this part goes up here. Okay. You didn't see any of that, but I built the butt. Cool. Oh, no. Now I have more of it's the tail. Okay, but getting the pieces out of the way, that's what I'm trying to do. And if I just stage these correctly, I shouldn't have an issue. So something else that I can talk about, I guess, is when don't I feel behind about theme park things, but I need to go to the parks to film, not even to film, just to do, to do the things and film. That's kind of what I do, is I experience the thing and then I film myself doing the thing, because that's how I entertain myself, and then my hobby is editing and uploading and having a YouTube channel. But a lot has happened at Disney, and not so much Universal, but it's stuff that I would like to go and see and do. And I'm not like the guy to go to with like theme park construction updates. But again, when it comes to like the videos that are cool to rewatch for me in the future, or me sort of going and experiencing these parks and seeing what is new, or changing and adapting and stuff. So all the cool kids summer stuff at Universal, I have really wanted to go and see and experience and stuff, and the new shows in Hollywood Studios, and just every park has like a dance party and all these cool things that they're doing and stuff, and I'm very excited to actually go and see that, but I just have not had the chance to do that, and I need to, because I want to. And sorry, this shouldn't look weird, but it did for a second. Look at me, I'm moving so fast now. This is awesome. I think what's cool too is that I think for early morning hours, why is that weird? Oh, I got the wrong one. Cool. Oh yeah, they have like some cool roaming characters, I think, around just the parks, I think, just specifically for the early morning guests and stuff, which is just really cool, and I like that Disney's doing that a lot. Something that people have always wanted. They've always wanted that roaming atmospheric character entertainment, and they're doing it. But I don't know if they like extend that into just regular park opening, if it's only specifically just that half an hour that you can kind of see them roaming around, like Fantasyland or whatever. That I would be really cool. That would be really cool to get to see. Let's see. Okay, so this is gonna go here, and then this is gonna go right there, and then this goes on top of it. Cool. And now what I think is left here is like the fire, maybe? Let's see. See, this is like translucent stuff now is gonna throw me off a little bit. Everything's been just orange up to this point. I'm getting hungry. My weakness. Food. Okay, wait, these go over here, and then this goes here. This is here. This is weird. I'm so close. Look how like little pieces I have left over here. I know this hasn't been entertaining, but this has been just therapeutic of just a nice mental distraction that I've been needing for a little bit, especially after just been editing a lot of stuff recently. Hope you can hear me at all. And it's stuff that I have loved to edit. But to go back through hours and hours and stuff after you've like just experienced a thing, or in the case of like editing Dennis's videos, something that I never actually did myself. It can get mundane, you know, just to go back consistently and just relive experiences that you did. And like that's where like, and that's where I really appreciate YouTube, is that once I've like edited it and uploaded it and I have that kind of like separation from it after having done it and edited it, that's when it's like really rewarding to be able to like look back on years or months down the line. Like it is cool to like rewatch stuff after I did it to like relive that experience, obviously. But like the bigger reward I think is taking that step back and then really being able to, it's like opening an old yearbook or something, you know? Let's see. This is where it gets weird because this is all, again, just transparent. I wish that I could like, hold on. I'm gonna move this. I don't know if that helps at all whatsoever. Let's see. Move it over here. Not that you're like actually following along, but makes me feel like I'm doing more of a service than just nothing at all and just being completely silent. Okay. Let's see. Flip this around. This piece goes here for some reason. It's kind of weird. This goes here. Again, this is the flame of Charizard's tail, which I think is really cool. This goes here. This goes here. Question mark. Okay. So we got that. Now we get this. And that goes here. Okay. And this goes here, apparently. And this goes here. See, this is the kind of thing, if I mess it up, I am going to be sad. Because I don't want to have to redo any of this at all. Okay, one of those pieces. Did I do the right piece? I think so. Maybe not. This piece might be a little different. I'm losing views. I'm sorry. I'm just getting so I don't know. I'm exasperated to finish this. Wait, no, that was right. They all look the same on the paper. If anybody's joining me right now, I'm assembling some Lego pieces, and I have talked a lot about things about Tom's Island and monsters / Muppets, and maybe a little bit too much, but passionate guy with opinions about things. So that's just how that is, I guess. I might have to like, okay, that looks right, I guess. This goes here. I hope. Does it? Oh no. There we go. Okay. I feel like this one should be like this. Yeah. That looks right. Okay. Think we're good at the moment. This goes here. Right? Yep. And then so that is supposed to be there, and then this goes here. The Y. Okay. I keep like popping these off and interchanging them. I mean, this part probably doesn't matter too much. If you're still here, hi everybody. I'm getting down to like the final few pieces of this particular part, and like, yes, I knew that this would be trip me up here, this translucent part. So of course, right? That's gonna go here, maybe, and then this is supposed to go up here, like this. That just feels weird. I think I'm supposed to switch these. Whoa. I switch these and see how I feel about it. I think this is right. That looks accurate according to the paper, so I'll take it. And now, okay, that goes here, that one here, this is here. This goes here like so, correct? I think. And this goes here like so. Nope. See, right now I'm just like in that super high intensity focus mood, which you couldn't see. Again, I'm sorry. There it is. There's Charizard's freaking tail, where every piece was see-through and translucent. And I did it. And now this is supposed to go here, I guess. Okay. Tilt this up again a little bit. So there's his tail. Now this, I think allegedly, pops into this. That looks like a tail. And this should, hopefully, whoa, someone's taking out the recycling. Pop into Charizard. So there's Charizard's torso and his butt and his tail. Has this been super exciting to everybody that's here? Because it's been fun for me. I'm again insecure about just how quiet I am when I try to focus on these kinds of things. All right, this is the final little like section of stuff, and then I might go because I've been going for almost an hour and a half. And if I did try to finish this, then I would probably be here for another hour after that. So I'm just gonna finish this just at my own leisure. I just kind of wanted to start it, because that's how I like commit to doing things. Is I hiccup apparently. But I start them and then I have to complete them. I can't half-ass anything. So I need, once I started, I have to finish it, which is why I'm also doing Dennis's videos. And I specifically wanted to, like, when I went home, I like tried to make like a little intro and outro for Dennis's trip to finally make myself have to sit down and finally edit it together, because I owed him that, and now, especially after editing the first part of it, now I have like fully committed to editing the second part of it, which again was going to be one video. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm editing my brother Dennis's trip that he took to Australia to New Zealand and Australia over 2 years ago that I've been sitting on for a while. There's also another video that I need to edit for my friends Jorge and Kelly, which I'm going to get to that too, that I've owed them for a very long time. See, when they tell me no rush on something, I either I like edit it immediately or I really like lean into that and I do not rush. But for their honeymoon, they went on a European trip and I wanted to edit the video together for them for a while, and it's just one that they've just been, at some point, I know that they wanted to see, and I would like to edit that for them. I'd like to just kind of cleanse myself of all videos that I owe people that I told I would edit, that I've offered to edit or been asked to edit or whatever variation of that is, and just kind of, be at peace with it. It's also really cool to like actually edit these videos together to see what Dennis did and to be able to see like what my friends Jorge and Kelly did, to see what Dennis and my mom end up doing, like if they video their trip to Hawaii. That'll be cool. Okay. Dude, I'm so close. Look how few pieces are here. I'm so sorry that I spent so much time doing this. I probably could have done it. I would have been done by now if I just started immediately. Just like with anything, just like with anything that I ever want to do or commit to doing, if I just shut up and don't talk about it and just do it, it will work out so much better and be so fast. Like a idea of doing a podcast, right? Oh, this was only one claw. Of course it was. Are these my leftover pieces here or something, I guess? Can I not bend this? Well. Okay. There's that. And I have some, I guess, leftover pieces or pieces that I'm going to be using in a minute because it just kind of continues here through the instructions of Charizard. I can open this up. My goal is to be done by about an hour and a half of a live stream and to not go over that. Well. See, I thought that I was going to be able to attach the wings here. But not yet, because I was looking at the instructions. And it's saying that I need to move on to the wings, and then to bag 2, because I just finished bag 1 to complete Charizard. But there's still half of a book to go of assembling this. I have to do his legs, attach the wings, and then finally put together his head. Oh, does he have a base too? He has a base. Cool. Well, that's awesome. Didn't know that. But yeah, that's going to be Charizard whenever I finish that. But I need to have some dinner here because I'm hungry. One final thing that I did want to open was this letter, because it was in the P.O. box. Try to make sure that I like blacked out the address there. But it says non-machinable. Oh. Okay. So this says, Ryan Brennan, just a thought I had. I received these cards in a recent Disney purchase, and I only know one fan of these cards, so here you go. I hope there's some good ones in there. Congrats on your engagement. On your engagement also. Love your videos. Keep them coming. From Scott and Teresa from Missouri. Oh. Missouri, right? I think yes. Thank you so much for that. It felt like trading cards, and that's why I was like waiting to open it here, so I'm going to go and open it up. It's funny. I do think that they're putting Into the Inklands into, like, everything. I don't know why Into the Inklands is so, like, I don't know. They're just putting it everywhere. All right. Let's do it. Got to clean that up in a little bit. Whoa. Did I open it backwards? All right. Magic Broom. Repair. Mickey Mouse. Billy Bones. Skippy. Kita. The Bayou. Scroop. That guy. Belle's House. The Boss is on a Roll. And Miss Bianca. Well, thank you for that. See, any Lorcana packs, because we actually do play the game, so even if it doesn't have, like, a Legendary or an Enchanted, like, it's still cool to be able to get any Lorcana cards, because they could end up in a deck at some point, which I still plan to put together. Thank you so much for that. It was really sweet. Like a little, like, 4th of July kind of theme there, too, because 4th of July is right around the corner, because it's already somehow, like, almost halfway into June. This year's going by pretty fast. See, after my birthday, and then Muppets closing, and then Tom Sawyer closing next month, and then we'll be into Halloween, and then Christmas, and then it'll be next year already, and it's, I don't know, time's moving too quick, and it stinks. But thank you so much for being here and being a part of it, and for some reason putting up with just whatever this was for the past, like, 45 minutes to an hour. It's fun to do that sometimes, and I don't know of a better place to put it together than to try to, like, do it here on a live stream, as I just mumble and stumble through my opinions about things that I have often repeated many times. So thank you for watching. Thank you again for sending the letter, and the Lorcana, and just being here, being a part of this channel, watching videos that maybe are not theme park related but are important to me because they involve my family, and just being patient with the videos that I have yet to. I can, like, move this up. I don't have to hunch over like that. Yeah, just for the videos that I'm going to inevitably do at some point, and it will mean a lot to me, particularly Tom Sawyer Island video, but then also to do all the new stuff at Disney, and to go over to Universal and just see what's new and happening over there, because Rip Ride Rocket's going to be closing, and we'll see what happens with that. There's lots of rumors. But there's stuff that's happening at theme parks. There's stuff that might be happening at theme parks. Will Muppets be moving? Who knows? But it'll be cool to be part of, and that's why I love theme parks. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I'm finally gonna get some dinner. I'm hungry. Goodbye.